Welcome back, everybody. We are about to question Namatame in Persona 4. Stick with us. If anything happens, hit the next button.
Noise.
Understood.
Noise.
Please be careful.
Understood. Please be careful.
I knew they were undermanned, but I didn't expect it to go this smoothly.
Damn. But, I gotta say, though. Is this when we finally formed the social link between us and Naoto? Like, near the end of the game? Jesus.
Wow. There's nothing much inside that suspicious object, so he won't be gone long.
All right, and now's our chance to talk to Namatame.
But how'd you get here without being seen by the guard? That's what I'm wondering. Because unless there's an alternate route to this area, you would have met him.
Well, it's like a hall with different rooms and stuff,
yeah.
so they could have just been sitting at a bench down the ways a little bit.
Maybe.
Namatame-san, there's something we'd like to ask you. It's tempting to think that you were the culprit behind this entire case. And to be honest, there are many in this town who hope you are. But we are here to learn the truth. So please, answer our questions.
It seems that he understood what you're saying. Oh?
Oh.
What should you ask him? What would you throw in first? Yes, that's the one I need to ask.
Huh?
Is Yukiko.
Me?
I thought so.
Yep.
First he was thrown in by the person, and then he saw Yukiko on the screen, and then he went to try to save her.
Yeah.
What should you ask him? Did you kill those two girls? Ugh, we already know.
No.
Nope.
They were killed. I couldn't save them.
What you ask him? Is saving killing people? Ooh, that's a bright one.
No. If nobody saves them, they'll be killed. That's why I put them in there.
Then tell me if my estimation is correct so far. After discovering the Yamano and Konishi incidents, you realized an appearance on the Midnight Channel meant certain death. Thus, to save her from that fate, you kidnapped Yukiko Amagi. You couldn't let her be killed, so you threw her into the TV, preventing the killer in this world from reaching her.
But that doesn't explain why there's no evidence of like how they got killed the first two.
Yeah.
It would only make sense if they got killed in that world.
And you repeated the process, as more individuals appeared on the Midnight Channel.
Oh, so the letter wasn't meant for us.
It all falls into place.
Wait. It might have been meant for Namatame? Maybe?
But then, why would it end up there?
Maybe he knew we were saving them from the TV world? And he gave us the letter? Even though he's the one who got it? Because he is the delivery man.
Yeah.
His body is weak, but his mind is sound. He's trying to tell us the truth.
Yeah, but if the stuff he's saying is true,
There's another killer who murdered the first two victims?
But how?
Indulge us in a few more
And then this guy's not
questions.
the murderer.
Yes, but how did they kill the first two?
And how does he have the power to throw people in, and the other guy have the power to throw in?
And how did... Yeah. Who killed the first two? I don't think you'd know, but might as well ask.
I have no idea. I want to know that too.
Or the warning letters. Oh, now we can actually ask him about it.
What are you talking about?
Ah, yeah, they weren't from him. I thought so. Or Jinto TV. Well, we knew it wasn't written by him.
I didn't know. I never thought it would be that kind of place.
Oh, he didn't know it was in the TV world. He didn't know it was bad. So that's why he thought it was the wonderful world.
Yeah.
He didn't know it was actually, like, dangerous. Okay.
You believe me? Did they find him? Did they find the one who did such cruel things?
Nope.
Mayumi.
Please calm down. Our ability to find the culprit rests on you. We know about the other world. In fact, we're the only ones who can fully understand what you have to say.
Only you?
Yep.
Well, I guess the
Did
killer
blame
could
you for everything
know,
at
too.
first.
Hmm. Well, yeah. But I like how Yosuke look. We didn't blame you for everything at first, and he holds back to the information that he was seriously suggesting.
To murder you.
Yes, openly murder.
But now I think we can accept whatever you got to tell us as truth.
Please, tell us everything you can, calmly and slowly.
You're willing to listen? Do my story?
Yeah. Oh, that's a bright one.
All right.
Oh, now we get to know.
My affair with my
We get to do everything from his perspective, see? But we became common knowledge.
I returned to my parents' home, as if to run away from the scandal. And I started drinking heavily to drown my anxieties. I hadn't been able to reach Mayumi at all, and that didn't help. Mayumi, where are you? She'd been disgraced on all the afternoon shows, and forced to resign from the program she was on. I caused her so much trouble. I wanted to at least apologize to her, but I couldn't even do that. I lost the will and energy to do anything. Then, one day, the rumor I heard some time ago came back to me. Since I had nothing better to do, I sat down blankly in front of the TV and all of a sudden, there was Mayumi. Mayumi? Is that you? The Mayumi inside the TV looked as if she was calling to me for help. Mayumi? Mayumi! When I reached out unthinkingly to touch her.
Alright.
Okay.
I don't know why that didn't ever happen to anyone else yet, but alright.
My arm disappeared into the TV. I was so shocked that I lost my balance, and I was so scared. I couldn't understand what just happened. I thought maybe I'd gone insane. In the end, I decided to think of it as just a dream, and I went back to the city the next day after finishing work. The next afternoon when I got to work, I was fired on the spot, as I expected.
Yeesh.
That wasn't what broke me, though. It was Mayumi being found dead. And not just that, but it had happened in my hometown.
Damn.
I was dumbstruck. But later on, I remember the image of Mayumi I'd seen that night. Was it not a dream? Could it really have been an SOS from Mayumi? I hadn't touched another TV because the first time was so terrifying, but I decided to try it again. And I confirmed that none of it was a dream. So that image, was it something Mayumi showed me, calling for help? That's how I felt.
And eventually, you learned of the Midnight Channel.
I remember that when Mayumi was alive, she was chasing a rumor about some bizarre TV program.
Could that be why she was killed originally? she found out about the Midnight Channel and the killer didn't want someone else to know, so they killed her.
I'd heard about it
But then
before.
everybody knows the rumor.
I thought it was just a
Yeah,
urban
by now,
legend.
yeah.
Oh, before too.
But then Mayumi appeared on it, and later turned up dead. The more I thought about it, the harder it became to believe that the two events were unrelated. Soon after that, I came back to Inaba to answer the police's questions. I'd lost my job, and I wanted to know the truth of Mayumi's death for myself. Then, on another rainy night, someone else appeared on the Midnight Channel. She looked like she was calling for help, just like Mayumi. The first thing that came into my mind was, maybe this girl will be the next to die.
And that was Saki-senpai.
I'd been following all the news about Mayumi, so I noticed right away that she was the girl who found Mayumi's body.
So that's why it has all the names doctored down like
Yeah.
that.
My hunch was right. She'd be the next victim. I didn't want her to die the way Mayumi did. So I desperately kept watching. I was consumed with the idea of rescuing her. Then, little by little, her image on the screen came into sharper focus.
It became sharper?
How did you find out it was her?
After I came back, my father couldn't bear to see me in such low spirits, and gave me a job with the family business. I met that girl when I delivered a package to the liquor store. After agonizing over it, I decided to meet her, and told her to be careful. But that same night, on the TV, she looked as if she was being engulfed by some black shape. She was writhing in pain.
Jesus.
Damn.
That's why I warned her. Why won't she pick up the phone? Come on! Please! The next day, they found her dead. I knew she was gonna be murdered, but I couldn't save her. I blamed myself, thinking there must have been something I could have done. There was no one who depended on me. Nobody at work, not even my wife. Mayumi was the only one who accepted me for who I was. But she was murdered, and the same person killed another girl. I was beside myself. I couldn't forgive myself for doing nothing.
You really did love Miss Yamano.
Yes, from the bottom of my heart. Before I was married, my wife made it big in show business. I was happy for her, but it put a strain on our relationship.
I think I can kind of relate.
It was around that time when I met Mayumi. She was interviewing our candidate for the next election. She was a big-name announcer, but she only worked with local stations, and her attitude towards work was similar to mine. We both came from Inaba, so she was easy to talk to. I knew it was wrong, but I couldn't help getting intimate with her. She gave meaning to my life. Soon after Saki-san was found dead, yet another girl appeared on TV. That was you.
Yukiko.
She'll be kidnapped next. And murdered. I can't let her end up like Mayumi and that other girl. This time, I'm gonna do something. My opponent was a murderer who left no clues to his identity. I thought hard about what I could do to protect her from someone like that. I'll never convince her. If she gets suspicious and they arrest me, we'll save her then. The girl inside the TV looked as if she was smiling at me. And that's when it hit me. I apparently had the power to go through the TV screen to the other side. Then, what if I put her into the TV and give her shelter there before the killer gets her?
So we plan on putting them there till he was sure that the killer was gone, and then taking them back out. But he didn't plan on the in-between that for that.
Yeah.
What are you trying to tell me? That it's safe over there? Is that it? The girl inside the TV seemed to smile at me again. And I thought, no matter what kind of place it might be, it's better than being slaughtered. Once things calm down, I could just let her out again. If she's inside the TV, there's no way they can find her. It felt as if everything was starting to come together in my mind. Could it be that Mayumi gave me that power to prevent any more victims from meeting her fate? Was it my mission to save people? But there was a big problem. If I explained the situation to the victim, they wouldn't understand. I had already tried that and failed miserably. It seemed the only thing I could do was to take them away. If that was my mission, I'd just have to do it. Or so I thought. Mayumi, please lend me your strength.
By the power of Mayumi.
I have the power. So much information.
So, since
Please don't go through every single
people
case,
who
though.
appeared on the Midnight
That'd take
Channel
forever.
were killed,
Yeah, maybe.
you kidnapped us in order to save us.
Mission? Give me a break. You never stopped and wondered about any of this?
I thought I was the only one who could help them. I did call the police, but they didn't believe me. I knew the area well, thanks to my job. I had a large truck, and I thought my job as a delivery man would be the perfect cover for my mission. I thought no one else could do it. But are you telling me that I wasn't saving them?
No.
If a person is still within the TV world when the fog appears here, they will die. Beginning with Yukiko-san, the people you thought you had been saving were, in fact, in mortal peril. It was my friends here who really saved us all.
I had a feeling that was it. When I went after that little girl and entered the TV myself, for the first time, I had some doubts about myself.
You refer to Nanako-chan, correct?
The police were after me, so I had to get away. But I still felt I needed to do everything I could to save that poor little girl. That's why I went in after her. But the TV world was completely different than I imagined. Such an abominable, grotesque place. I knew that the three of you who I saved went back to your normal lives, so I didn't realize how terrible that world was. I never knew. You couldn't even get out of that place on your own. I thought I was going insane. I probably did. And you know the rest. When I came to, I was lying in a hospital bed.
You really were trying to save people.
But I ended up doing just the opposite. I always wanted to enter the world of politics and become useful to society.
So he was crazy, but he was a good guy.
But after losing my job and the woman I loved, all I had left was this power.
Jeez, that
I
guard
convinced
is gone
myself
for a
that
while.
world was some sort of
I know, I was
solution,
thinking that too.
and I secretly believed myself to be a hero. I never doubted what I saw on TV, and believed everything was as I wanted it to be. I didn't think for myself at all. That's why I couldn't protect them. I'm to blame for all of this.
He was trying to save everyone.
Yeah.
What's done is done.
Yeah.
The things I've done are too serious to be brushed aside like that. I have no intentions of running away from my crimes. I'm prepared to face the consequences. Kidnapping is already a serious crime. And on top of that, I put all those lives in danger. I'm sorry.
All true.
The Midnight Channel and the other world? You can hardly be blamed for failing to understand them properly. We must apologize to you as well. Had we let our emotions blind us to the truth, we would have piled all the responsibility on you.
I guess from your point of view, people did stop dying once you started saving people. The more you did it, the more you really believed you were preventing their deaths.
So he had no clue about us.
No.
I'm such a joke.
But someone knows about
I'm
us.
sorry. I'm getting a little tired.
What are you all crammed in here for?
My apologies. We'll be leaving now.
Wait. I beg you, please, find whoever's behind this. You children are the only ones who know about that world.
That's our plan, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all clear now. He never committed any murders. It was another party who threw the first 2 victims into the TV.
You're kind of saying that with a cop right there. You're taking another step toward the truth.
Oh, sure.
Judgment! Already level 3.
Damn.
I know. Well, we're near the end of the game to begin with, so I kind of imagined it to go quickly. The Seekers of Truth social link has reached level 3. Power to create personas of the Judgment Arcana has grown.
Now get out of here! I told
Get
you,
outta
he's
here.
almost ready to be transported. We can't have anything else happen. Sheesh. I better not see you rascals here again.
Well, we got the information we needed, so it's all good.
Yep. Scramble.
Bucket! Pork chops! G.I.
Monica
Joe.
John looks like she's in pain. She's
G.I.
fighting
Joe
for
pork
dear
chops.
life.
Watch it.
This was the last place we saw Teddy, right? He was so worried about her.
How can he flake out like this when we have to find the real killer?
The police consider the matter closed. We'll have to do all the investigation from here on out. Let's revisit Saki-san and Miss Yamano's incidents and see if we can turn up fresh details.
Jeez, we're going all the way back to those?
It's been over 6 months.
Yeah.
Wouldn't the trail be cold by now?
Probably not.
I know, but we can't give up. We're the only ones who understand what's really going on. And you never know. People might remember some things now because they've had so much time to think about it. Let's split up and talk to people all over town tomorrow. We'll meet up in the evening to discuss our findings.
Yes.
Okay, so that's what we're doing tomorrow.
I hope we
Yes.
can find out something about Teddy, too.
I still hold my theory about what happened true. None of this new information has changed it. Tomorrow you'll be going all out to talk to people in town. Let's finally help uncover the information that will lead you to the true culprit. Decide to go home early today and get some rest. We'll be finding out the true culprit, maybe. I don't know. I really don't know what happens tomorrow. We'll find that out tomorrow in the next episode. Don't like, subscribe, or comment on the bottom section below. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.